Welcome back to our national defense industry growth news from the world of contracting to defense modernization. In this context, the Philippines officially enters the final phase of selecting its new fighter jet. A tight battle between the US F16 Viper versus the Swedish JAS-39 Gripen. Who will win? Why did the Gripen suddenly gain the upper hand with the Swedish full financing offer? Let's dissect it thoroughly. The modernization of the Philippine Air Force is entering a crucial turning point. In recent weeks, two of the world's leading defense manufacturers, Lockheed Martin of the United States and Saab of Sweden, have been ramping up their diplomatic and technical presence in Manila. Their activities have included high-level meetings, official visits to military bases, and technology presentations to officials of the Department of National Defense (DND) and the Philippine Air Force (PAF). All of this is geared toward one goal: winning the long-awaited multi-role fighter jet procurement contract, estimated to be worth hundreds of millions of US dollars. The MRF program is a key part of Horizon 2 of the Armed Forces of the Philippines (AFP) modernization program, which aims to strengthen the Philippines' air combat capabilities amid rising tensions in the West Philippine Sea and the growing need to protect national airspace from potential threats. The selection of a new fighter jet is not just a technical decision, but also a long-term geopolitical strategy. F16 Viper and JAS-39 Gripen, the last two finalists. After a lengthy evaluation and selection process, two leading candidates remain. Lockheed Martin's F16 Viper Block 70/72 and SAAB's JAS-39 Gripen. The two represent very different design philosophies and procurement strategies. On the one hand, the F-16 Viper offers the full power of an American fighter engine that has been tested in various global conflicts. On the other hand, the Gripen presents a smart solution from Sweden, lighter, more cost-effective, yet full of technical capability and operational flexibility. In the current dynamics, however, SAAB's offer appears to be gaining strong traction among Philippine policymakers. One of the deciding factors is the extraordinary financing scheme offered by the Swedish government, which includes full funding without the need for a large initial budget allocation from Manila. With information circulating in defense circles, SAAB, with the full support of the Swedish government, is offering a very soft financing scheme, up to 100% financing, including a long grace period and installment payments. This means the Philippines can start receiving Gripen fighter jets without having to pay a large amount up front. In the context of the Philippines' still constrained military budget and other domestic priorities, this scheme is a breath of fresh air. Some observers have even called the Swedish approach a game changer. The Philippines has struggled to balance defense needs with fiscal pressures. With such a scheme, the acquisition of advanced defense equipment no longer has to be paid for in cash in a short period of time, which is often a barrier for developing countries like the Philippines. Lieutenant General Arthur Cordura. We need a versatile and fast jet. Philippine Air Force Commander Lieutenant General Arthur Cordura, in a recent official interview, outlined the main criteria he is looking for in a next-generation fighter jet. According to Cordura, the ideal fighter jet for the Philippines is one that can carry more weapons than the FA-50PH, has a longer flight endurance, and is capable of operating from short runways. We are looking for a platform that is not only robust, but also flexible in deployment and able to meet the unique geographic challenges of the Philippines, Cordura said. His comments are a strong signal regarding the direction of the PAF's operational preferences. With over 7,000 islands and many remote locations far from major facilities, operational flexibility is key to Philippine air defense. Readiness to respond quickly from limited runways is a strategic imperative, not just a technical advantage. Gripen's advantage in short runway operations and limited infrastructure. In this context, the Gripen clearly excels. The JAS-39 Gripen was designed from the outset to operate from roads or short paved runways, only about 600 to 800 meters in length. Its ability to operate from remote locations without major logistical support makes it well suited to the Philippines' geography. Furthermore, the Gripen's ability to be refueled and rearmed in less than 10 minutes by just 5 technicians is a valuable feature. In modern conflicts, turnaround time is a critical element that can determine the outcome of air operations. In contrast, the F-16 Viper requires more sophisticated infrastructure, including longer runways, covered hangars, and extensive technical support. For a country like the Philippines, which has only a few major military air bases, the F-16 could be too expensive a solution in terms of building supporting facilities. Cost factors, procurement and operations cost considerations cannot be ignored. The price of a single F-16 Viper Block 70 seconds, complete with training, logistics and weapons, can reach more than $100 million United States dollars. On the other hand, the Gripen has lower acquisition and operational costs. The operational cost per flight hour of the Gripen is estimated to be only around 4,700 United States dollars, compared to the F-16, which can exceed 8,000 United States dollars per hour. For the Philippines, which has a limited annual defense budget, the operational cost savings over the aircraft's 20 to 30-year lifespan can yield huge efficiencies. The Swedish financing scheme adds a layer of appeal that its main competitors do not have. Meanwhile, South Korea is also pushing the KF-21 Boramae as a candidate. However, this fighter jet is still in the development phase. Despite its promising technologies, including stealth and modern avionics, the KF-21 has no operational track record and no firm delivery date for export. This makes it a risky option for the Philippines, which needs immediate readiness. On paper, the KF-21 has great potential in the long term. However, in the context of the urgent need to strengthen its fighter fleet in the next 5 years, the Gripen and the F-16 remain the two most realistic candidates. For decades, the Philippines has been known for its close ties with the United States, including in defense procurement. However, in recent years there has been a shift in policy toward more openness to non-traditional strategic partnerships. The cooperation with South Korea for the FA-50PH and the possible partnership with Sweden for the Gripen reflect this trend. The Philippine government is now more willing to explore options that were previously considered off the radar. One reason is the flexibility in financing and technology. Countries such as Sweden or South Korea often offer technology transfer, local industry training, and more symmetrical partnerships. Policy without major geopolitical pressure. The Swedish offer also has another important advantage: the absence of major geopolitical pressure. Unlike the United States, which often attaches political conditions to arms sales, Sweden tends to separate defense business matters from direct foreign interests. This gives the Philippines room to determine its strategic direction without excessive diplomatic pressure. In addition, cooperation with Sweden could open up opportunities for joint military training, technology exchange, and even investment in the Philippine local defense industry. SAAB has previously expressed its intention to support the growth of the national defense industry if the Gripen contract is secured.